All right. So we're going to continue with EYL's talk about AI and their thoughts about where it's going. So let's let them talk and then we'll give our commentary.
Positive Chinese post. It's like you go to the wealth page and all that. It's like, oh, China just built this railroad. China just did this. It's positive propaganda that they're pushing to enhance their world perception.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing about that is that Meta is not even allowed in China.
It's ironic though, because you guys are an American media platform, yet you guys don't support the active president. You haven't highlighted his accomplishments that are, you know, tech related. The factories that are being built in Arizona for semiconductor chips. The deal with Apple to build production or to produce here and build here. The Stargate project. We still have innovators here. We still have Elon Musk here, Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink. We still have ChatGPT here. Now Grok. So we're participating. And not only that, right now we have a revamping of the government system, which is only going to make us more efficient and accelerate our growth in these sectors. So I don't understand why they don't realize the spell that they're under and how anti their own best interest they kind of are. If you guys would highlight some of the American things and teach it to the people, the people will be able to take advantage of the upcoming tax environment that's going to change, the economic environment, how there's going to be more money in the system in appropriate places. So, we have to do some accountability checks and see what part we play, because we are Americans. Last I checked. So if this is a game, because they're saying this is game over. Whose team are you guys on your leisure? Whose team are you on? You got to get past this fear of having a white man that talks a certain way be in a certain position. Because I guarantee if he met you guys, he'll treat you like men. What I mean is he'll be direct with you. He'll talk to you accordingly. And I guarantee if you wanted to look him straight in his eyes and say what you wanted to say, you could say it. Now, you may think the other side, the other party is better fit, but they're not. Even if they're giving you certain deals and hookups, it's backhanded. You may not see it initially, but long term it is. So what I'm saying is for you guys to wake up and realize the game is not over. The game has just begun. That's the point. Wake up, get on the side of the American people. Start covering. You guys can translate a lot of this information that Trump is doing, that Elon Musk is doing, to a certain segment. But you can't be afraid to do it. You can't be afraid to step out and speak to your people like kings and leaders that you truly are. Malcolm X was against things that were popular when he was, in his heyday. Muhammad Ali was against things that were popular in his heyday. Just because they're celebrated now doesn't mean they were celebrated then. Are you willing to be the outsider or outlier for what's right? Ask yourself that. The Democratic Party is not good for Black people or Americans in general. We're seeing money coming in. We're seeing budgets being reduced. You could get emotional. You could sidetrack. Just look at the numbers. You're businessmen, except when it comes to that. Except when it comes to Trump and Elon Musk doing simple, basic things that you guys understand. You guys are intelligent. So why is this so hard? Is it a spell? Wake up. Think Thank me later. I don't care. I just want things to go the way they should go, which is a productive, progressive, a true progressive way. Progress is not progressive ideology. Progress is production, execution. That's progress. Innovation, creativity. They tricked you. Wake up. Don't let anyone misuse your gifts. What you guys have is God given talent and ability. Your ability to communicate, your ability to plan, to execute, go on tour. Now, do it for the most righteous reason possible. Make your people confident, informed. Make them support the right part of the government, people that are righteous, people that are setting things the way that they should be, so we don't have these wild things going on in our country, such as people just coming here illegally that can be dangerous to your little girl, your son, your child. There's things that did happen. You could sweep it under the rug, you could act like it didn't happen, but there were things that happened. People died. Innocent people. Not to mention the drug contract. The drug epidemic. The sports thing's another thing. The Department of Education is being dismantled, and people are upset about that. But yet, you guys are saying, "Hey, we're so far behind." So, don't you think the Trump administration knows that? They're okay. So they're billionaires. Why do you think they're doing what they're doing, Rashad, Troy, Ian? You refuse to think about these guys in a way that you would want them to think about you. You guys are being what you accuse them of being, which is racist. You guys really think those are just some stupid elite white people in there that are just all they care about is just connecting friends and not really doing much? Isn't that what you think they think about you? Maybe not on in terms of being rich, but in the terms of, oh, they're just, you think that they think you're just a group of dudes that don't do much and just listen to rap all day. You're putting them in a box. Any intelligent person knows if you don't want something done to you, you're not going to do it to them. And the fact that you guys never met that man, never even gave him a chance, never even reached out, allegedly. I don't know, maybe you have reached out. It's alarming, especially when you guys claim to be so important to the community. You can't be that important to the community and you never had a conversation with the leader of the free world. Because the people that are important to the community have a line to the top. And there are people in your realm that have that line. They've showed it. They have that line. They've been at meetings. They've been at private functions and whatever. So you guys can get that connect there. And if you need me to tell you who that is, I can do that for you. It doesn't. I just want to see growth, execution. That's all I care about. I want to see men be men. I want to see husbands be leaders. I want to see dudes marry the woman that they pregnate. If you can't get your woman to go left or right, there's something wrong. Your actions, you should be killing it. You don't even want to question your leadership. And I'm not even talking about nothing simping. I'm talking about just walking an upright, righteous man. We have to think like a community. Because if we don't have wives, who's going to teach our kids when they're really, really young while we're killing it, while we're going out hustling, putting together, running our businesses, putting together our plans, executing our dreams and our actions? You need a wise, beautiful woman to teach your children. We have the technology to create our own curriculums. So if you want your child to be an expert in AI, an expert in quantum mechanics, you can do that. You can prepare them for the future. Space travel if you want it, who knows? Robotics. But you have to think differently. You have to talk differently.
How you take over a US app? They pretty much took over a US
They
app
run it.
to shape the narrative for their country, to create this function in our country. The app's not even allowed inside of their country.
I don't know what they're talking about in terms of that, because I watch plenty of things that are American based that gives me good American news and progress. I watch Forbes breaking news, and every week I'm seeing Trump go up there with his team, or Elon Musk deliver some results, deliver something that's exponentially amazing. Yeah, some things were bad because we're finding out things were done wrong, but the fact that it's getting done and cleaned up, and you know that they have plans that they're planning to implement, you know, these deals, the Hyundai steel manufacturing, you know, these things are, this is great for the economy because these things create jobs for just local communities. And the more people that we have that have jobs and the need, then their children can get the resources that they need, and then they could potentially take it to the next level. They don't necessarily have to be laborers, because that industry might change. But for now, the people that are laboring, getting compensated fairly, can provide for themselves and their family, and provide to the tax base. And then they can invest in their children with the technology available to make their children, you know, take it to the next level for their family. I see only opportunity right now. All I see is opportunity after opportunity, especially for Black people, because Black people are talented. But when you're acting like a victim, how can you achieve anything? How can you take that first step if you really think you can't do it? It's kind of pointless, right? Anyone that's putting that in your mind, you got to block it out. Block that out. You're not a victim, you're a winner. You all are winners. We're all God's children at the end of the day. And unless we start loving each other and loving ourselves, we'll never be his true disciple. I'm talking about the real God.
Be honest with you, it's getting to a point where it's going to be so far, the gap is going to be so wide, you're not going to be able to catch up. And by the time you realize that you're not going to be able to catch up, it's over. The game is over with. It's over.
So he's right. But the thing is, I have a prediction. I predict that the people that refuse to catch up will be in this dire position because of the way that the world evolves, which will be unfortunate. But I believe that there's going to be a lot more people that evolve with the world and catch up than he realizes. It's almost going to be, majority of the world will adjust. The human race is, we're God's children. We've misbehaved. We've done things wrong. We've sinned. Repent. Repent. Jesus, the story of Jesus showed us what you can become if you remove, you know, the negative worldly things, the mindsets, the addictions to negative. It's not even something always physical like a drug or food. It could be an addiction to a state of mind, the way you think, the way you talk, even the way you hear things, the way you see things, the things you look for, the things you go to listen to. That's why when I hear them, I'm able to break it down in a certain way. And when I see Trump go up and talk about, he just brought in $500 billion in a deal, I look at them and I'm like, you guys are worried? I'm not, because I hear things differently. I see things differently. I had to train my mind to do that. But the way I was taught never taught me to do that. But once I changed my mindset, more opportunities come to me, or came to me. And the same happens to people that talk like this and speak on it. And probably in your own life, you probably realized, man, when you were confident, say you're playing basketball, Did you perform better when you thought you were going to perform better, or when you wasn't feeling so confident about yourself? It's your mindset. It's how you approach it. Have the right attitude, think the right thoughts, and move forward step by step. That's the recipe. 1, 2, 3. Have the right mindset, have the right attitude, take one step forward at a time. 1% better every day. It's 365 days in a year. All right.
Over with. And when I say like the game is over with, like the game is over. Like it's over.
Never.
Lights out, permanent underclass, a permanent like that's what I'm saying. It's like we gotta take this a little bit more serious. The things that we're concerned about are not important at all. That's why like this year InvestFest, artificial intelligence is a main theme. We're gonna have like 6 workshops to teach like we're gonna technology is the most important thing that we need to be focused on right now. Everything else is a distraction. Technology, entrepreneurship, and investing.
How many of those things are taught in public schools? Technology, entrepreneurship, investing. None of them, right? And you wonder why they want to revamp the Department of Education or get rid of it and increase the competition with the private sector, because we need better schools. So one side is putting us in a better position for the things that you guys are concerned about. So if the things you're concerned about are being addressed, why are you coming across so concerned like it's game over? If we're right in the fight. We're in the fight. We've been in the fight, to be honest. We still had control of the tech. We had our stuff. Now we building here even more so. So I don't know. Maybe it's me. Time will tell. But I'm rocking out like this.
Those are the 3 most important things right now. China is teaching artificial intelligence in primary school. When New York State is banning ChatGPT, we're moving the exact opposite.
What is New York State, Rashad? Isn't New York State ran by a Democratic governor? A woman Democratic governor. So she's deciding to ban ChatGPT, or she's part of the leadership team. She's the administrator of the state of the state of New York, right? And they're banning it, which is something that's stupid. We all know that, because it's a useful tool. It's here. Like, utilize it, learn how to maximize the technical aspects of it so you can accomplish what you need accomplished. But you guys were aligned with that side. So if you guys gave your media power or media presence, your audience, your influence to support Kamala Harris, you were supporting the banning of ChatGPT, was what you're talking about right now. And they can say, no, what is this guy talking about? Hear me out. If you guys were pushing Kamala Harris, who's a Democrat, which strengthens the Democratic ideology, the Democratic mindset, the Democratic strategies, which is a lack of strategy, then you would have that same mindset of not implementing ChatGPT nationwide. Oh, man. I don't know. I mean, maybe they see it a different way. I don't understand. One side's embracing the new technologies, even crypto they're embracing, and another side is not. Where's the discrepancy here?
Direction. They're teaching 5th graders and 3rd graders artificial intelligence. You can go through a whole master's program and never learn artificial intelligence in America at all.
We were speaking to
most of these colleges are also liberal and democratic, but you guys align with that party and push that party. And when I spoke about it in your chat, I got banned. I got banned from giving them money. I can't even give them a super chat. I got money. I could buy a super chat every day. I could buy a super chat every day like it's nothing for multiple channels. Like, whatever. It is what it is. It's promotion. They banned me from giving them money. So I don't point these things out. But they're trying to help the black community. What is going does that make sense? Are they really black? Because should we do like some research? Like we gotta see parents or something. Maybe they're not really black. Maybe they cosplaying as black because it makes no sense. They're literally working against black people with that type of ideology and approach. Oh man.
There's a HBCU
Shout out Ice Cube with the platinum plan.
that just got artificial intelligence as a bachelor's degree. It's the first one.
Yeah.
Like we always talk. Obviously, people look at us and they think wealth gap.
Listen, man, you don't even really need to go to these schools. You're paying. It's a double-edged sword. No, it's not a double-edged sword. It's a zero-sum game. You're losing on the financial part, putting yourself in debt. So you're working backwards. You're starting behind. The product that the schools are offering aren't as qualified or quality or refined as they should be because the models are old or outdated. So why wouldn't you just rather, unless you need going for a specific thing or industry like engineering, which is, or there's still tech, whatever tech is, programs are available. If you're going to an esteemed school and maybe you're trying to build a network and relationships, and you're gonna get into a high six figures, not even for a job, but just for maybe you're gonna build something and you need certain connections. So yeah, there's still reason to go to school or a doctor or something like that. But overall, if you're not doing something like that, you need to just train yourself with your own AI products. You can just train yourself, build your own curriculum. You could read books on top of that. You could buy your own books online. Every book is available. So that's also a route you could take. Trades are coming back. You could build, and not only you don't have to be a worker as a trade when you get a trade, by the way. So when people are saying trades are coming back, no one's pushing the entrepreneurial aspect. You can start your own trade company depending on what the trade is, and you can scale it up. You can control your time, control how much you make, and not only that, these things are in demand. So what does that mean? Black people could possibly have a high presence in these trades that are just not present. I mean, not fulfilled. No one's going to turn down a plumber because they're black. When their toilet is clogged in the middle of the night and the market is underserved, they're going to want you to come. And then when you start doing that and you're working for yourself and you're making more money than you were making when you were working at a Amazon warehouse, then you start to see the world differently. Then you start to think, maybe I should think a little more mature and really get this in order. So the next woman you think you date, you don't even want to date her. You're like, listen, we're coming in the game. This is the plan. You're my lady. And when you meet her, it's going to be that. It is what it is.
Wealth gap. Now, this is
Build a community, man. Build a strong family.
the information gap and the technological gap that is there is no coming back from that, right? And yes, it's cool that we invest, great, but we need people inside. Like we need people who are going to have large language models. Who are going to create them. We're going to need a
We sure do, right? We need that. I wonder who's going to do it. I wonder if the people know who's going to be the creators of such things. I guess we'll see in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, huh?
robotics engineer. We're going to need a humanoid engineer. We're going to need a synthetic biology. We need people in these spaces because if it is created without us, there is no imprint from us. Like, and that's the seriousness of it. Like when we talked to Robert Smith, it was the same thing. If we're not part of the process in creating, we're left out straight up. And that's not going to get reversed.
Y'all took a tour, so we there, we good. Why y'all sounding so worried for? Y'all was there. y'all don't got input. What you mean? I know y'all had this. I know you had the business casual, and y'all was walking in there. Or was it virtual? I gotta rewind it and see what they said. But I know y'all was representing the community, right? Going in there like bosses, figuring out where you could get it in, where you could do a little deal. You know, maybe you could come in later with a pilot or some, a joint venture or something. Maybe you could cook something up, some kind of partnership with Nvidia or Meta. Y'all dealing with all these companies. I'm surprised y'all don't have more partnerships, or more signed. Y'all need to get that paperwork out. Y'all get in contact with these people. Say, listen, what can we do? Shoot. All right, cool. Even if it's little bit, maybe I should entice them with less, with little bitty things. Don't go too crazy. Just so you could get that exposure and get that co-brand. Get more co-branded, marketing, because you guys are very good with your production. Definitely the tours are dope. So yeah, there's no reason why you guys shouldn't be billionaires with the lane you're in. And I'm the one that got banned from them, but I'm not. I can't deny talent when I see it. It's just misled, personally, but you can't deny talent.
And from a legal standpoint, if I'm a company and I third-party license robots for autonomous vehicles and
Yep.
factory jobs, who do you sue in terms of discrimination if I'm leasing said robots from a third-party vendor because they're not my robots? Because
Why are you bringing up discrimination, man? Oh gosh.
I don't have the tech to actually run it, just the software to update them. You won't even be able to have the same litigation process. You think this is being? I told you in the beginning, AI is just going to be used as a way to create a gap so wide that we will never be able to recover.
Bro,
And when another thing to
The way they're wording it, it's going to be used to create a no. It's not being used maliciously to create a gap. It's just that the people that aren't aware of where things are going and aren't adjusting their everything. Like, this is a revamp of society, man. You got to really, really pay attention so you can be in the right industry. You got to make sure your life is good. You're not over leveraging yourself. Like, you got to really put yourself in position. But this is happening naturally because of technology that's evolved. Same way it evolved 100 years ago. It just is what it is.
gauge is the enthusiasm of the corporations to deploy it for that reason.
What you mean? Build a corporation, bruh. It's easier now to build corporations. So just build a corporation, get into enterprise. And then why would that company that has the enthusiasm, you'll have too. You'll be like, damn, I can't wait for the new model to come out so I could use it and make some money. Oh shoot, they got a robot lawn cutter. I'm about to do this and do some other services that they don't have robots for until that comes. You know what I mean? Like, get jiggy with it. Use this technology and get jiggy with it. Create products, create services, and go from there.
I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I saw.
Yeah. AI
So-
validation, reinforcement learning. We talked to you about data centers. Went to Meta, like, yo, I was telling the people in the class that y'all got, Market Mondays, that y'all got 32 data centers. They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, but nobody's ever said. He's like, yeah, we've been building. I said, that's interesting. The most interesting part is, like, look at where they're being built. Look at the states that they're being built in.
The South.
They all have the same color. All have the same color, and they're using energy efficient ways. They're using local electricity, but they're giving incentives to those places. Like,
that's called smart. That's called thinking for the future strategy. Tis what it is, man. You can't be mad. You can't be mad. Every state has the opportunity to vote their leadership in. It's not a colored thing because what's his name? Is it Byron Donalds? He's in Florida. I don't want to mess up his name. And he's black. right? So I don't know what's going on with that one. You know, all the states have the same color, which he's saying red. Yeah. But that's because they're aligned. Like, do people not realize it's called a thing called aligned with with goals. You know, the Democratic states chose their side. They chose the way they want to go, which is not the way that a lot of the country goes. Even a lot of the people of these blue states, the leadership is leading them down, a wrong path.
We got to participate, y'all.
But y'all have power in that. New York, one of the biggest states. You guys were key. If y'all would have helped New York turn red, you don't think that would trickle down to the rest of the Northeast? So we can get a lot of these things up here too. And not only that, we have the major cities in the Northeast in America. So the population there is it's massive. So a lot of this innovation could be in the Northeast as well. But the Northeast, which has been a growth hub for many years, it's hitting a standstill. And only the places that really, really vote the right leadership in are going to be able to pivot and reap the benefits of making that change and having a government that is prioritizing efficiency and energy. Oh, they are building a pipeline in the Northeast, which is going to be great. So that is something that is going to be done. So yeah, you guys had a say in a lot of things, and you guys chose the wrong side, in my opinion.
This is like
we got 2 to 5 years. I'm be real. All that 10-year projection shit.
They asked us this question, like, let's just be 100% honest. They asked us this question, and they kind of knew the answer. They're like, "What do you see AI in the next 10 years?" We all gave an answer when we were on the panel there. And shout out to Lewis. He was just like, "I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not 10 years. It's 2 years.
Must move faster.
2 years, bro.
Yep.
Yo.
So must move faster. That means better products. That means better shows. Right? I need live drop-in edits on these things and these panels. More features. Stocks of the week to look at, buys, what's trending. I don't know. Or go to Digital Wall Street. Come to BILLINICO. Come to BILLINICO.com. Sign up for membership. And you'll get that value. You'll get what you need in order to, move, in this climate. And you'll have the mindset as well. So, don't listen to my videos endlessly without, a purpose. If you're chilling and relaxing, there's a purpose in relaxing and recovering after doing some work. Or if you're working out, driving, studying, who knows. But make sure you stay productive, stay positive, and realize you can do it. You can do it. Live with no fear. Even them, they can do it. They can take it to the next level. And they will. A lot of this, this is just initial emotions. I know they're going to change their mindset. They're smart. But dang, if y'all weren't playing for the wrong side, man, you guys almost pushed something horrible for the country. But, it is what it is. We learn and we grow.
It's not an alarmist, not being alarmist.
We're not being sensational. This is factual data driven insight.
Yeah. Who just put that? Somebody said it's changing by the hour. I'm like, yeah. So think about that. A college is just now offering a 4-year degree for artificial intelligence, right? I said in 2 days things could change. I can't wait 4 years to get a degree to now practice. It ain't gonna be a degree. It's gonna have.
I just said the products that they're offering is not that good. You could create a curriculum. Troy, I guarantee his kids are going to be well educated in what they need to be. I'm pretty sure Ian's kid's going to be well educated in what he needs to be. And Rashad's child as well. Because as fathers, especially having the information they have, knowing what works and what doesn't work, and where things are going, they can put a curriculum together better. Whoa, bada bing, bada boom. They started with education. They need to figure out how they can influence the innovation aspect of where the education is going to go as far as the government's role. Possibly. Because they don't seem like they don't have any political, sneaky ideology that is involved in their journey with education. They just want to teach and improve the people that they're teaching, their students, from what I see. So it's about relationships. Everyone knows businesses like that. So you guys don't have a relationship with Trump or his administration. So I don't know if you guys are going to infiltrate that and get in his ear. But it's worth a shot. But we're gonna let it end with that. We had a great video, and I hope you guys take heed. Watch part 1. This is part 2 to EYL, talking about artificial intelligence and their fear for the game being over. So, peace, love, happiness.